Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Parent Entrepreneurs here. And if you guys have not watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch it. So I'll be going over the Investing with Max series today. All right. And as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes only. And if you guys have any questions, definitely talk to a financial registered advisor. All right. So if that all makes sense, let's get started. All right. I'll share my screen with you guys here. So I'll go back and forth like what we've done in the last video. So let me know if you can see my screen. All right. So I'll go here and I'll make me bigger. Yeah. So what we talked about, last week, we talked about Namaste, we talked about GameStop, we talked about AMC, talked about, all those, things that we were looking at. So let me just move this over. So yeah, you can see here on the right side, right? AMC, that's what we were talking about last time, BLGB, GME, Namaste, Canopy Rivers, right? So I guess it's not Canopy Rivers anymore. It's actually called Rip Capital. They changed their name. But let's start with Namaste. And you can see here, like what I said before from the last video, that March is a month that seems to be red, and we could actually see it. So you can change here, right? On the left side top corner here, you see the day, weekly, 4 hour, 1 hour, and etc. So let's look at the weekly right now. And you could actually see here the weekly is like a red candlestick. And let's look at the month. And you could already see here for the month of March, it's been a red day, or not a red day, a red month, right? And we could change through the month, week, weekly, daily, 4 hour candlestick, and etc. So okay, let's go over Namaste right now. All right. So last week, I guess not last week, 3 weeks ago, because usually I record this every 3 weeks. We could see that from that week, when I was telling you that if it does break this support or it doesn't hold it, then what's gonna happen? So hold on, let's go weekly. So it's been 3 weeks, 1, 2, 3. So this is the third 3 weeks ago, right? Like around here, this part here when we recorded. But basically, if it doesn't hold the support, then what would happen is it's going to go to the next level, right? So if we look at the daily candlestick, so let's say on here, like you can see it's hovering this resistance, right? And this would be the support. And what would happen is and this would be, if you're looking at the third tier, you're looking at the resistance here, the support here. But anyway, we could say that from here, this line, it wasn't holding up, and March was, like you can see March here, right? That before March, it was before this line, this support. Then once it broke, it went down. It did a kind of like a V-shaped recovery over here, but it just hovered on the support line, right? Then after that, it tried a couple days, but it broke that support. Then now we're on the new support resistance level. So that's what you gotta look at, and you can even see the trend line here. That let's say this, this red line or the candlestick for the next day, if it doesn't hold the trend line, we might even see a lower higher low and lower high, right? Like if it keeps going down and down, then we might see a new level of support and resistance. So we'll see if it's gonna hold this trend line in the next few days or even weeks, because if we look at the weekly candlestick, it's just holding up, right? So for next week, we'll see if it can go up, and if it does, that would be good, because it might potentially go to the newer support and resistance if it can pass this here, right? So that's Namaste for you. And we could look at, so I'll put it back to the daily candlestick. A lot of people are chattering. There's a lot of shorts that are going full force just to short the stocks, because you can see right now the stock is at 28.5, right? 28 cents and a half. And there's a lot of fear going on here, and also on the 24th, right? So people are saying bye. There's a lot of bashers, blah blah blah. but majority of the people are either trying to hold, right, and being optimistic, because what's going to happen, so you look at this guy, this garbage, but what's going to happen is after, or what I want to see happen is that this trend line, it holds the trend line, then hopefully from the 4 hour candlestick we can see a new uh, higher low, lower high, higher low, then it just consolidate. And if it does go consolidate in this trend line, you might see it come back again to the 31.5 range, 31, right? So if it can hold up, because this is 30 cents here, so if it can hold up 30 cents, because that's the psychological support of what some people might say, because if it passed 30 cents, like, oh, it might go a little bit higher and higher and higher and so on. So hope to see next week that it hits 30 cents and it can hold 30 cents. If it does, then we might see a bullish entry there. All right. So that's Namaste. And what we could look at right now is we can look at Canopy Rivers. And Canopy Rivers is taking a beating. And you could see here from, the 22nd, and on March 22nd, that was a Monday, right? Ever since Monday hit, this stock has just been red, that, like, I guess that 1 week, right? So it's been red, 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 red. So you could already tell from here that it's been, let me just grab this tool. That there. Oh. Yeah, that's not the tool. I'll remove that drawing. Whoop, don't want to do that. Click this. I'll delete this one here. Okay. Let me see if I can find that tool that I usually use just to get the percentage of how much the thing is. So yeah, it's this one here. So this is the tool. Close from this range. So around like Monday, right, to Friday closing date. So you could actually see that it's 24% or more, maybe around 25% that's been down, right? So you could actually just drag it like this. So Monday here, then drag it. So this has been down significantly. So like that's what happens with penny stocks, right? You gotta remember that it can go down tremendously in a short amount of time. So let's just say, so let's just say around 20 cents from here, right? From Monday to the closing on Friday, around 20 cents. All right. So from there, what you have to take a look at is that you can see this trend line here. It hit the trend line. So for next week, if we can see the candlestick for daily, so that was the 4 hour candlestick that we're looking at. If we can see the day, just go past this trend line, like, or it touches it and it just keeps hovering the trend line, then we might see a new support resistance, because right now it just broke that support and resistance. And let's just say this is level 1 of the support resistance. So if it can pass the level 2 of the support resistance and just hovers here, then that would be good. Because if not, then it would indicate to me that is a bearish pattern that's just gonna keep going down and down, right? But March is ending soon, so we might see a shift on the trend or the momentum, right? Because this would be nice if you're shorting the stocks, because this is basically almost 20%. If you bought it on Monday, then you sell on Friday, you cover on Friday, then you would get 20% of your investment if you played it that way, right? So, and you can see here too that, on February, it's been very bullish, right? February has been very, very bullish. It's been green mostly every day. Then after that, it hit this new support and resistance that it just kept on hovering here because it didn't break the resistance. It tried a couple times, but it didn't do it. Then ever since then, it just hovered and went down and down. And let me just look at the weekly candlestick. So the weekly candlestick is showing us that, yeah, it's been red. This is a red week. March, right? The beginning of March, also red. So it's been red. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen in the next couple days and weeks. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, March is a red month. Okay, so that's Canopy Rivers, and let's see what people are saying. Canopy Rivers. I've seen a lot of activity of like you can see here, SETI. A lot of people. The move this here. You could see Rip Capital. You know, the senior officer basically disposing his position or share in the public market for 245. You know, 7,000 volume, 17 or almost 18K, 86K, right? So he's cashing out. You can see this guy's cashing out. He's making bank. All right. So that's Canopy Rivers, and let's go over. Let's take a look at BLGV. BLGV, you could see here. Let me just double check something. Yeah, there we go. So BLGB has been down as well. So they did a reverse split. I believe it was 10-1. And now it's at 20 cents. Before it used to be at like 2 cents or whatever. So a lot of people were, nervous about that, because let's say you had 100,000 shares and they do a reverse split, then and they do let's say a 10-1 or something like that. Then from 100,000, then you'll probably have only like 10,000 shares or something like that, right? So got to be careful with those reverse split. Most of the time it goes down. I've seen this with ACB, and when they did a reverse split, oh man, you can see here, that's just like boom, it just broke the stock, right? So they did a reverse split, then it just like just annihilated the stocks. Okay, so going back to BLGV, so let's see what's going on here. So can't really see here what's going on, right? Because of like it's very not volatile, but just choppy. It looks choppy. So you can see goes here from 6 cents, but this is before the reverse split. Then let's take a look here. The day, and I believe this is when they did the reverse split. Then you can see that it just started going down and down and down. So we'll see what's going to happen, if it's just going to keep going down. March is ending soon, so we might see a new trend or a new momentum of maybe bulls might come in and take over. We'll have to see what's going to go on in the next few days and weeks. So BLGV, that's what it is. Then also I'm gonna look at AMC. Let's look at AMC. So AMC had a pretty good run, and you can see here that it hit the $15 mark. And this is when they were talking about, they're gonna be opening up the the theater soon in the US. And you can see this hype that it just kept on going up. Then after that, the next, I think it's the 19th, so on Friday, yeah, so it did a pretty nice run. Then on Friday, it was pretty good. Then on the 22nd, when it opened, then it started going down, right? So, and you can see here the support resistance there. It broke that, then now it's on the new support resistance, and we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully it can hold this, because if it can, then it might go to the new support resistance again, because if we can get to here, then that would be awesome to see if you're long, right? All right, so GME has been volatile as well from the 10th. You can see here, look at the wick here. The high was 348.50 and the low was 172. Look, that's a huge gap. Then the next day, it went from high of 281.50 232.50 and 232.60. Then it just kept on going down, down, and this is March, like what we suspected, that it's gonna be very volatile and it might be even a bear um, month. All right, so let's go over Wall Street bets. I'm always at Wall Street bets to see what's going on, and not much is going on here because it's been very I don't want to say stagnant, but it's been, a lot of, like, normally a lot of people show their, hey, this is how much I made this month, etc., or how much I made this day, this week, but people are just holding on because they just want to hold on for now. They're not selling. They're long and strong, I guess you could say. I want to see something, if we can see something here. 40, let's see, YOLO, March 26th. What is this one? What is this one? 412 QQQ YOLO, March 26, 2021. If you guys are interested, I can post the order history. You probably won't be able to read it, anything though. So let's see here. So he's doing a call, 90K, 4,100. Man, that's crazy. Total return is negative 321. All right. Okay. So yeah, basically, well, what I'm gonna do is I'll show you my account right now, and my biggest loser is with Namaste. It's been down. It's been going down, and I anticipated this, and I'll show you here. So, and also we bought Air Canada, and because Serenity is like, oh, can I buy Air Canada? And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's buy Air Canada, right? Because I think when I bought it, I can't remember. I think it was at the $30. I can't remember. I'll have to double check here. But anyway, so AMC, it's still down 32%. Fire, it's up 5%. Michael Kors, don't worry about that. Or not Michael Kors, Michael's company. That's Serenity stuff. Namaste, down now 16%, right? So basically I put in 10K, so it's now 8,550. Rev Capital still up 95%. But yeah, anyway, so we'll see in the next coming weeks what's gonna happen. March is ending, so seeing, and I'm looking at the pattern from the last year, that March has been down. Then after that, after March is done, like March, April, May, June, like the summer months are coming, and I seen the stocks go up there, and we'll see if that happens this year as well. So if you guys have any questions about my investment, or if you guys need assistance or something like that, bounce some ideas, just let me know. And until next time, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on with my portfolio. All right, take care and have a great day.